So, welcome back. Our mission for this deep dive, it really comes from that basic human curiosity. You look at the world around you and just think, why? Why is society set up this way?
Hmm.
Today, we're jumping into the foundational toolkit for the sociology of gender, giving you the analytical lenses you need to start breaking all that down.
And a good place to start is with what sociologists call social problems. The whole field is really rooted in studying these issues, like, the gender pay gap.
Or limits on transgender restroom access.
Exactly, things that have negative consequences for people. And the very first step is always just observing the patterns.
Which leads us to this huge idea, maybe the most powerful tool there is, the sociological imagination. So how does this idea of connecting the personal to the public work for something we think of as totally individual, like, say, getting married?
Right, that concept from C. Wright Mills is just so critical. The sociological imagination is, well, it's an awareness that your own behavior, your own experiences, even a choice like marriage, is deeply connected to the wider culture and history that shaped it.
So my personal choice is actually tied to these massive societal forces.
A massive pattern.
Yeah.
And that connects to another idea from German sociologist Norbert Elias. He called it figuration.
Figuration.
Yeah, the idea is that the individual and society are truly inseparable. You can't just study an institution like government in a vacuum. You have to figure the individuals who use it and shape it into your analysis. It's a constant loop.
Okay, so if the imagination is our lens,
Yeah.
then these forces, they show up as what we call social structures. I've heard them described as sort of the invisible bones in a body.
That's a great way to put it. They provide a framework, but they also really limit possibilities.
Limit how?
Well, think of the structure of a lecture hall. It's built for one person to speak and 50 people to just listen. It severely limits the possibility of, a real dialogue. Social structures do the exact same thing to our behavior.
So if that's the toolkit, let's turn to our main subject, gender. In
Mhm.
sociology, how do we define it? It's not just about biology.
Not at all. It's about the socially constructed attitudes, behaviors, and norms that a culture associates with the sex you were assigned at birth. It's all about the meaning we attach to being masculine or feminine.
And it's so important to remember that the gender binary, this idea of only male or female, it's not universal.
It absolutely isn't. The source material highlights Samoan culture and the acceptance of fa'afafine, which means the way of the woman, as a third gender identity, one that embodies both masculine and feminine traits.
And yet so much of modern global society functions on patriarchy, where men tend to hold the power and authority, which of course leads to gender inequality.
Exactly. And that systemic advantage feeds into these really powerful control mechanisms. One of the biggest is compulsory heterosexuality. We see this assumption of straightness, this heteronormative